Over the past couple of months, Marvel Rivals has caused a lot of meltdown, specifically because of the female characters and how caked up they really are. And now we have finally gotten a look at Emma Frost, who's arriving on April 11th, and boy, are the meltdowns already glorious. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I absolutely love Marvel Rivals. I think that it has fantastic gameplay, runs really well, it's not poorly monetized. It overall is a really good experience. And I always highly recommend it to people because it's a free to play game. You can just download it and go. But because it is so easily accessible, that means that there are a lot of people who have given it a shot who have not liked it, or just people on social media who are always looking for something to complain about. And Marvel Rival has gotten a lot of attention because of the very caked up characters. Not only the females, but the males definitely show a lot of skin or show off their best assets in their nice tight suits. And I, as a woman, absolutely love to see gorgeous looking characters, male and female, because to me, it's much more empowering when I see a very beautiful woman being strong instead of seeing like an ogre being strong and trying to represent females. And well, that's a big reason why I like Marvel Rivals. I think the skins are really cool. A lot of other people do too, but there are some individuals out there who are really upset over it. So, as you can see, arriving on April 11th is Emma Frost in all of her glory. She's got a lot of really good assets that are being shown off. Really, really pretty. I love to see this, but well, this isn't sitting well with some people because if you like this, you're now being called a gooner. Here's one individual whose tweet has gotten a little bit of traction, 20k views. Marvel Rivals Emma Frost design is shit. We could have had it all, but they gave us GOONERSLOP. I always think that it's so funny that people react this way because first of all, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy this character unlocker, you don't have to buy skins, but there are also going to be other skins later down the line that they're going to give her, and I would bet money on them giving her an outfit like this. One of her more, I don't know, I guess we'll just call it iconic full body suits or nearly full body suits. And they also talk about how this is an example of what is not goon slop, even though she literally has a cutout around her belly button to show off her muscles and also the deep v-neck to highlight her breasts. Not that I have a problem with that, but technically that could also be considered goon slop by some people. Then they say, Mother, I'm sorry they gave you that fugly bob and no pants. Also, funny enough, they're showing a version of her that isn't wearing pants. She's wearing a skirt. I mean, you can't make it up with these people. You can't make up the freaking jokes because they write themselves. Like, that is a gorgeous design as well. But again, that could be considered by some as goon slop. Then you also have this post. Men, stay away from her. Emma Frost is for the girls and the girls only. And yet, as a woman, you are totally allowed to appreciate her in the way that she looks. But I hate that there is this mentality of it's for me only. Oh, the games are only for me. Oh, this character is only for me. That infuriates me to no end because games are for everyone. There are plenty of games that I talk about on this channel or I make posts about or I just see that I can clearly tell it is not necessarily for me, and that's perfectly fine. I want every type of person to be able to make the games they want and play the games that they want, but to try to gatekeep is really ridiculous when it comes down to a character because, oh, you think that she's going to be objectified, even though, newsflash, she's a fictional character and fictional characters are already objects. Now, I've talked quite a lot about Marvel Rivals in the past, and here is one very iconic post that I constantly reference for the girlies that are addicted to Marvel Rivals like me. So I don't know if it's just me, but this new Gooner skin they're releasing along with the new character Sue Storm is so ugly to me. Her default is so much prettier, and no, I'm not trying to say that showing the curves of women in games is always a bad thing. I think Psylocke's skin is very pretty too, even though it's Gooner material. If done tastefully, I think they're very cute, but if her ass and legs were covered, I bet you no one would be buying this skin. Very disappointed, to be honest, which is just so funny. Now, this is not a skin I personally have used in the game. It's just not my personal taste of skin, but I think that ultimately that's the lovely thing about skins is you just don't have to buy this one if you don't actually like it. And again, to label it something like a gooner skin is just so ridiculous. Like, let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Sure, you could criticize it, but it's not like they're criticizing it in a way that makes it sound like, oh, this is definitely how I think they could have enhanced her. They're just angry that this character is ultimately showing quite a lot of skin. We've also had Reddit users in the past saying they're not fans of Marvel rival character designs, and Luna Snow is male gazy, even though she is a South Korean K pop idol. And here are just some of a few comparison photos. I think that Luna Snow looks fantastic. I think all of the women in this game really truly do look great. There's a lot of variety with different types of characters and their outfits. Some are definitely full body suits, but you can still see their curves. Some of them are like larger, thicker furred coats and jackets, and like that also looks really awesome. And I think that they have done a really great job, but there are always going to be individuals that are angry. Though, let's not ignore the fact that there are plenty of gamers who are praising this and plenty of gamers who are really happy with what they've seen so far. There's gamers saying NetEase knows what gamers want. Do it jiggle. Fan service is customer service, which I totally and completely agree with. Damn, look at those titties. Oh, and this is a kids game. These horny ass developers, I'll take it. I didn't think any skin could match that Invisible Woman skin. They are about to be threads away from being a porno. I definitely think that they know how to market their games to an adult audience, and that's perfectly fine. But I also think that they are becoming a little bit risque with what they're putting in this game when it isn't technically, right, a game just for adults. It's not like it's rated M for mature. I also find it very fascinating that Marvel has okayed these designs. I just think that they kind of view it as a product separate from them, that yes, they are ultimately making some money on it, but they want to make as much money as possible. So they're just telling NetEase, like, hey, listen, you go ahead with what you think is good. You just rake in the dough and we'll be okay with it, and we'll continue to write off on this. So there are a lot of gamers who are, of course, making like fapping jokes and saying this is becoming a porno, but I really like this design. I think that it is really cool, and I definitely will be playing her in just a couple of days when she launches. Marvel Rivals is a really great experience all around, though, and it definitely scratches that like Overwatch hero shooter itch. It's so funny to me that we had this come out just a couple of months after Concord, and we saw how epically that game failed. And well, it's not that hard to make a game that has a lot of visually appealing promotional material, and if you had a cohesive game and really awesome high quality gameplay to go along with it, you could make $1 billion easy. And that's exactly what's happening right now with Marvel Rivals when their competition, like something like Concord, has epically failed. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.